It's always best to be careful and not overfill it because it's a pain pulling it out. Now this is the most critical part of the whole process. I was told that's about a $2,000 repair if you do that. In this video, you'll learn how to change the hydro fluid in your zero-turn mower. If not done properly, the oil pressure will score the valve plate and you'll be in for a $2,000 to $2,500 repair. So I did a lot of research, talked with an Exmark technician at the company, and these are the instructions he gave on the proper way to change that fluid. Here we go. First thing I did was jacked up and put blocks to get the wheels off the ground. Next I'm going to take one tire off because I can't get the drain pan under there unless I do that. And now I can slide the drain pan under there. To do this project, you'll need a 5/8 inch socket, 15 W50 full synthetic Mobile 1, or you can use Exmark's premium hydraulic fluid, but it's much more expensive. If you use Exmark's premium hydraulic fluid, you only need to change the fluid and filter every 500 hours. If you use Mobile 1, you'll need to do the change every 250 hours. And lastly is the filter. There's two of them, one on each side, and that's where the 5/8 socket comes into play. Real simple. We just drain it and then fill it. Let's get started. There's the back of the seat. And there's the reservoir right here. We'll loosen this cap so it drains easily. Now when I put the new filter in, there's a rubber O-ring here, a rubber O-ring here, and I just like to coat them with some of the oil so you get a good seal. Alright, here we are at the back of the mower. You just go underneath. And you keep going under here, and you will see right up there is the filter. One on each side. And it's right underneath the reservoir where you fill, which is at the back of the seat. So all we need to do is unscrew that filter with the 5/8 socket and let it drain in the... And here's the other one over here. And it's just a plastic filter, so and there we go. And we'll just grab our new filter. You don't want to cross thread it. So you should be able to screw it in with your hand, easy, which I just did. And like I said, it's just plastic, so you don't have to go crazy tightening it either. But you want it snug. Alright, that's good. One side done, one to go. And we'll just tighten that down. Now I'm going to make sure my blocks are good and secure. All right. Now, like I said, I'm going with the Mobile One 15W50. It's full synthetic, and this needs to be changed every 250 hours. It takes about 2 quarts, but I'm going to put about 1.5 in and then start checking it. If you go with the X-Mark Premium Hydro Fluid, you only need to do this every 500 hours. There's 1 quart. I'm using real clean rags to check and to work around that because I don't want to contaminate the hydraulics at all. Very, very expensive. If you have to change those pumps out in the motors, it's about $2,000 a side. That's 1.5 quarts there. Still dry. And it'll come up quick on you. That's 1 3/4 there, almost. Ah, there we go. It's about halfway up to the high mark, or the hot mark. And I'm going to leave it there and run it some and then check it again to get it exact. But he said if you get it just to the bottom of the dipstick, that you'll be good. So that should be covered, and it's not too full. I feel good about that. We'll move on to the other side. Again, you want to make sure it's nice and clean before you open this, so no debris falls in there. Yeah, that one's higher. I'm going to have to pull some out. It's always best to be careful and not overfill it because it's a pain pulling it out. But I've got a handy little pump. Fluid flows that way, and hopefully that'll suck this right out. Make sure it's clean. Doesn't pay to overfill. Take your time. Get it just right. Creep up to it. Now this is the most critical part of the whole process. What you want to do is start the engine, push the levers forward with the wheels off the ground and the mower secure. Push both levers forward for 30 seconds and then back for 30 seconds. And then forward for 30 seconds and back for 30 seconds. You want to do that 3 or 4 times. I'm going to start off with idle and maybe work up to half throttle. The reason this is so important is you don't want any resistance on those wheels because it'll build up oil pressure, which will score the valve plate. I was told that's about a $2,000 repair if you do that. So we'll go ahead and start it up and do it. Now before I go any further, I want to check and make sure there's no leaks. I got the filters on good. Everything's dry, which it is. Looking good. I'm going to check the fluid level in case some pumped through and it lowered. Make sure we're good, and then I'll run the rest. Perfect. Both sides are the same. So we'll go ahead and run the other tests. Double check for leaks. Dry as a bone. And that's how you change your hydraulic drive fluid on a zero-turn mower. If this video was help to you, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And I look forward to helping you with other projects online.